Sam, back in Scotland, how does it feel?
Yeah, very good. Yeah, I've enjoyed it. Been about a week so far, and yeah, I'm really enjoying it.
What were the ideas? What was the motivation behind coming back?
Well, I'd been away for a little while, and I was sort of missing it a wee bit. And then when I got a phone call from the gaffer, it was sort of a no-brainer. He really sold it to me, and it was something that I really wanted to do straight away.
Had it always been a plan of yours to come back to Scotland eventually?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I wasn't really bothered when that was going to happen, like, a couple of years ago, but, it's getting to the point now, my little one's getting a bit older, I want to be closer to family, and, I sort of missed the competitive side of, Scottish football as well, so it was, it's good to be back.
What do you think the next 6 months have in store for you and for Motherwell?
Personally, I'm not sure. You never know in football. But for Motherwell, our job is to sort of turn things around, start putting pressure on the teams above us, pick up some turn some draws into wins, because we're more than capable, to be fair. Anyone can see, especially last week, how well we're playing. It's just getting the final goal, I suppose. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Since you've come into training and obviously playing last week, do you feel that there's ability in the squad should be higher than they are?
Yeah, definitely. It's a situation where I've sort of came in, and as you do when you join a club, you look at sort of the standard and stuff, and I'm sitting there thinking, how are we in this place in the league? The ability through the squad is definitely a very high standard. So, and you look at the league as well, it's so tight. You're two or three wins away from potentially being in the top six. So, we've just got to focus on, like I said, trying to get that win and goal, and turn the draws into wins.
How do you feel that the experiences that you've had have shaped you? Because it's probably said about Scottish players that not enough of them kind of go and have these experiences away from home. To be honest, before I went out to America, I was always the type of player that wanted to follow the same route that everyone does. Leave Scotland, go to England, try it. But it was sort of a thing where I thought I might not get the opportunity to go out to America. And when it came up, I was thinking I'd be silly to say no, just because I'm not following the same route as the players that do the England route. Doesn't mean that I'm wrong in doing so. I definitely enjoyed it, and like you said, it's only really gained me experience. Putting myself in situations I'm maybe not comfortable in. I've now tried MLS, I've tried England, lower leagues and stuff. So I think it's only benefited me, but I suppose we'll find out. And I can't really, I don't want to talk too much because you just never know in football. But yeah, I'd like to think it's benefited me. Was it like remembering the way that Scottish football goes coming on at McDermott Park?
Yeah. I won't go too much into detail, but yeah.
What was the best about your American experience that's helped you the most?
I think it's been in situations. Well, I wouldn't say situations you don't want to be in, but you're constantly in a situation where you're feeling a little bit uncomfortable, as in you're flying to away games. You're playing in different states. You're having to adjust to altitude, like different heats. It's definitely, it's made me realise I need to take care of my body more than I thought I did before. Like I always like to think I was professional enough in the way I took care of myself. But when I went out to America and you're on 3-hour flights, and then you're landing, and the heat's absolutely killing you, and you've not even started the game yet. It's just sort of made me realise that it doesn't matter where you are. You have to take care of your body to the best of your ability. So I think I've sort of learned that in a sense, which I suppose, I hope is going to help me.
I take it that's helped you even now, because obviously you've come in out of pre-season, I'd imagine, and you look like you obviously were contributing, making a good chance, creating a good chance on Saturday as well. Is that you feel like you're ready to hit the ground running? Or?
Yeah, definitely. I'm working close with the sports scientist, in terms of how much we can play. Like I said, I want to take care of my body, and he's been brilliant. He's been saying, look, we're not going to throw you straight in at the deep end. Like, it's going to be building up your minutes. No point throwing me right back in, and then sometimes when that happens, an injury can appear. it's definitely just, you know, managing the body until I'm ready to start. But I suppose that's not entirely up to me. You know, that's up to the coaching staff as well. But you know, it's down to me to make sure I'm ready when I'm called upon.
How would you compare the standard between the MLS and over here?
I always get asked this question. Honestly, it's so hard to really compare it, because you go from one extreme to the other out in MLS. I mean, you look right now. I know Messi's older, but you've got Messi in MLS. And then you've got like me. Like there's a bit of, well, not a bit. There's a massive difference. So it's hard to compare like the MLS to a whole different standard. But you're coming up against athletes, like people that are coming like straight out of college, and even the ones that aren't really blessed technically, they're just blessed with like raw power, strength. So it's not like you can just run by people. Like these people are strong. They've been in the gym since they were like 12. It's crazy. They're strong as anything, and it's hard to really compare it, because it's literally one extreme to the other. You know, definitely Scotland has the more physical side, and I'd say maybe more passion. I need to watch what I'm saying. Actually, I'm still technically under contract there, but I would say like the fans are a bit more passionate here. But you know, the MLS it's a really good league. You know, and I'm not saying you guys, but sometimes when I actually talk to people, I'm surprised at how low it's spoke about. Yeah. I get sometimes it's a bit cringy, some of the stuff that goes on, but it's definitely a standard I think that's overlooked, to be honest. Like I think people don't think it's as good as what it actually is, because I mean I went out there and I realised that it's definitely harder than I thought it was going to be.
Who's the best player you played against out there?
Yeah, Rooney. Well, yeah. I don't know, because Schweinsteiger's won the World Cup and stuff like that. And then, Rooney, I love Rooney, to be fair.
Yeah. Is that a bit surreal playing against these players, you know, people that you might have watched when you were younger, I think?
I didn't get anywhere near them anyway, to be fair. Like, even when they had the ball, I can remember I tried to mark Schweinsteiger, biggest waste of time in my life. Like, he just done everything one touch, couldn't tackle him. So, yeah, it's obviously a good moment, like, playing against him, but you get a good wake-up call to realise where you are in your life when you play them. Yeah. Even though they're older, they're still brilliant.
You didn't get a chance to play against Messi then? What was it?
No, I didn't get a chance, no, unfortunately. It's what it is, do you know what I mean? Would have megged me anyway, so it's alright.
Could have got his jersey.
Yeah, well, there'd have been a lot of people fighting for it, to be fair.
You mentioned you missed it. You said competitive in Scottish football. What is that about?
Just, I'm meaning from, not necessarily just on the pitch, like the competitive. I think when you go out, even to do the warm-up, you can sense the whole competitiveness from the fans as well. Like, as soon as you're out for the warm-up, people are singing. Like, you don't really get that until the start of the game out there, because people are it's more family-orientated, to be fair, out there, whereas here it's a bit more like, if you lose at the weekend, you're ruining somebody's next few weeks, to be honest. So like it's a bit different out there in that sense. So like the competitiveness, you can sort of feel that from the fans out here, which I sort of missed a little bit. But like I said, I need to be careful what I say. Obviously, I'm still under contract. I don't want to.
When's your contract expire then? Is that
December? Yeah.
So your future's kind of.
As always, yeah.
So I'm looking on Saturday. It's your first game in front of home fans as well against Kilmarnock. It's going to bring you back into Scottish football, I'd imagine, quite a lot. How important would it be to get off to a winning start there?
Yeah, it'd be massive for us. Kilmarnock are on, they're having a really good season. A well-drilled team, obviously. Derek McInnes's sides usually are. But it's going to be massive for us. We definitely need to start, turning draws into wins. Being at home is going to be massive. It'd be a good one to, start. But yeah, I mean, it's down to us when we get on the pitch to sort of do that. But yeah, we're all looking forward to it. I think we're preparing well for it. So yeah, we can't wait.
You mentioned that you've been working with the sports scientists a little bit. Where do you feel that you are in terms of fitness and that?
Getting there. I think it's entirely up to them how much they want to play me at the moment. But I'm just looking to contribute however much time they give me.